Hi, welcome back to an Empyrean Galactic Creators Studio with T-Rex82 here. Um, this ship I put together in the last couple hours here. It started off simply with me experimenting with layering. I really like these very thin blocks. It's something that I like to use in a lot of my builds. And this one here in particular, I came up with I was trying to come up with some sort of cool wing design or housing. So I ended up coming up with this here, which I'm really liking. It's a lot of different layers, adds depth to the build, that kind of thing. And then everything else just kind of fell in behind it. Um, so what I decided to do is take this and just start to create. The goal is to create a level 10 CV because for the longest time I didn't have anything like that. I had one on the workshop, which is I think it's a level 20, and it was my first attempt at a CV. I'll be honest with you, I'm not comfortable with making CVs. It's something that I need a lot of practice with. Smaller scale is something I'm really fairly good at, um, but I really struggle with these larger builds. So I really wanted to tackle this, and so far I'm pretty happy with the way it's been coming out. I built the whole outer shell. I've added everything I wanted to add on the interior. Um, the first problem I ran into was the amount of lift that I had on this. Originally, I only had, it looks like, one, two, three, four. I had four of the thruster M's on here, and it wasn't quite enough. So I ended up adding a little bit more with the thruster S. Not sure if I'm going to keep that as of yet. I may take those out. The reason for it, as a last thought, I was kind of looking for some inspiration, and that came in the way of a bird, actually. Um, if you guys are familiar with the swallow has a fantail on it. Um, so I actually ended up adding these thruster housings on the back, and I kind of like the way it's looking. These I think I'm going to swap out for right now. I will be putting in thruster M's in there just because that is unlock level 10. But it is something that you can upgrade. So you can not only upgrade the two lift in the rear, but you can also upgrade the front and back since those are a block that's about 4 in size. So you can just take those out and drop them right in. So I've gone ahead and done a bit of texturing on the outside. And the interior is looking a little bit like this. So this main cargo hold slash bay in here will be able to hold my Mark II Chaos as well as the M27 miner, which I haven't released on the workshop yet. That is coming very soon. It is just an updated version of the M23 that I had there, and this one doesn't have any bells and whistles. I believe it doesn't have any weapons or anything like that. It's just going to be one purpose. It's just going to mine. Um, but over here on the left-hand side, you can see we do have an advanced constructor. Just one of them. Again, level 10. Doesn't need to be a lot. I do, however, have two 320,000 SU bays in here. You've got a total of right now 1, 2, 3, 9, I believe, fuel tanks. So that gives me about an hour's worth of fuel when I'm airborne and I'm kicking on all the engines. It's not the best, but with something this small, and I wanted to keep this as small as possible, it does the trick pretty well. It's not too bad. Over on the right hand side, actually in the center here, you're going to have all of your oxygen tanks as well as extra cargo where you can store miscellaneous items, whatever you want to throw in there. On the right hand side, you've got your jump drive. And I wanted to keep that off to the side, specifically since it is a hazard. If you're anywhere near this, you're picking up a lot of radiation. And I wanted that to be in an area where it's only accessible when you want to use it, when you have to fill it, or things along those lines. And then, of course, on this side, you also have your basic med bay slash armor locker and O2 station. Nothing crazy, nothing fancy. it serves its purpose. Going through the front here on the very bottom, you're going to come into the grow room. Nothing crazy. It's only got a total of 18 blocks for that. A set of 2 refrigerators and 2 of the stations. Basics, nothing crazy. From here, you can access the bridge by going up through here. And we get to the bridge. Up here, I'm going to be adding a lot of different things, try to add a little bit more detail. This back room, I'm not sure what I want to do with this yet. I may keep this size as if you're playing single player. I'll throw in beds in here and things like that so you can use it to sleep and rest and so on and so forth. On the other side of this wall is the same exact layout. And here, I'm not sure if I'm going to turn this into a bathroom or if this is going to be a sitting room or entertainment room, or I may just knock down that wall and make it one giant suite back here. But yeah, that's it so far. So what I'm doing with this today is I'm going a little bit further. I'm just kind of texturing the outside, adding a little bit of detail here and there, which I've already started. But you know what? I started going into this, and I wasn't making this into a video. I was just kind of playing around. And of course, as soon as I do that, things start to come together. So we're going to pick it up from here. I haven't named this yet. So if you like what you're seeing, please hit that subscribe button on the bottom. Hit the notification bell so you do not miss out on any future content as well. And down in the comments below, leave a like or leave a comment. I would be happy to hear from you. And give me some possible names for this. If you like it, throw something out there. I mean, maybe it'll stick. So we're just going to go ahead and jump right in and see if we can make some magic happen. right, that's where I'm going to leave this one for today. I like the progress so far on the outside of the ship. Still, there's some more detail I want to add in. Actually, let's take a look here and see. Currently, we're sitting at size class 3. It's not too bad. I'll go ahead and try to keep it at that size class 3. I don't really have to add any more as far as devices or things like that on the interior. I'm a betting man, think I'm going to go into the size class 4, probably just cross over 3.5. But we're going to try not to do that. But yeah, so far I like this. I like the way it's coming out. I haven't done a whole lot of builds with the glowing sort of texture on here, and you know what? I'm really starting to dig it. I've seen it on a few builds on the workshop, and I really like it. It gives it that little Tron type of look. And more importantly, with this type of build, when I was doing the layering, it accentuates that. So it takes all of those layers that I did in here and just kind of brings them forward a little bit. It makes them a little bit more noticeable, makes them pop just a little bit more. Um, but yeah, no, I'm happy with it right now. We got a ways to go. I see a couple problems right here. Actually, let me just go ahead and fix that. There we go. But yeah, finalizing this is going to be the hard part. That's where I'm going to go over everything on the outside and just double check everything, make sure it's all lit up. I've noticed with symmetry on, when you're painting, sometimes it misses some of these little spots. Also, these little corner pieces here, like right here on the side, if you paint one side, it's a different side that's being painted on the mirrored side on your symmetry. So you got to make sure you turn symmetry off when you're actually doing that with those. But yeah, no, here we go. I love it. I hope you guys like this as well. If you'd like to see more, please hit that like button at the very bottom. Make sure you turn on your notifications so you don't miss out on any future content. And again, please leave some comments below. I'll be happy to respond, and I would love to hear some ideas for the name of this ship. You guys have a great night, and I'll catch you on the flip side. Thank you.